Ladies and gentlemen, it's tough trying to get to the top without passion. You're going to fail, be taken advantage of, be disappointed by people you trust. You will even be disappointed by yourself, run out of resources. Almost every day you're going to encounter a solid and sometimes logical reason why you should just give it up. And without passion, you just might do that. Why passion is the prerequisite? Well, passion is the prerequisite for success. Different things motivate different people, but inspiration is critical if we're going to discover what we're passionate about. You must motivate yourself. You can't wait for later. Later doesn't always come. Today is the time. The passionate people I know who makes the greatest contribution to society are not only highly motivated, they are committed. The only way to move from a place of mere survival to stability and to success is to engage in a field of endeavor that will enable you to bring significant benefit to others. George Washington Carver was a good example. He did that. He did it against great odds. Here was a youngster who had all the odds stacked against him, born into slavery, an orphanage, suffered from ill health, but he was undaunted by obstacles. Carver's natural God-given fascination with the wise and the way of life started him on a lifelong quest for what? Knowledge. I believe inspiration is a fuel for passion. If you think of passion as the flame that burned white hot in the heart of every person, well, inspiration is the fuel that keeps that flame alive. I often talk with people whom the fire of passion seems to have taken a trip south. Passion is a flame that must be fed to keep it burning bright. But who is responsible for feeding the inspiration to the flame of passion? You are. And if you don't, trust me, passion will just pass over you. Become a distant and occasional visitor to the house of your heart. My friend, passion will die without a constant injection of new inspiration. Now the question is, what are you to continue to rekindle? What are you to do to rekindle the passion of your life? There are no better ways to stay inspired than by spending time in the presence of inspirational people, reading inspirational books. King Solomon said that just as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. I think it's, sometimes we have to get up and get involved to find inspiration and to keep passion alive. The bigger the movement we choose to get involved, the more inspired we become. Whatever your passion is, get involved. Just go out. Get involved at a level that is bigger than you. When you become part of something that's bigger than you are, you become accountable. You become inspired to do your best. You become motivated to not let others down. And that fuels your passion in ways that can't be described, really. It can only be experienced. You have to experience that. Put yourself out there. Park your fear on the side of the curb. I don't mean the fear that lurks inside each of us that keep us from launching ourselves into great adventures called life. We all fear failure, but perhaps most of all, but we also fear losing security of our inhibition. We fear losing control of the future. Some people just can't handle the unknown. So they remain bottled up, confined to the reality of the past, instead of the potential of the future. Life is like having one foot on the dock of the bay and the other one on a boat that just left, that's leaving now. We want to leave, but our desire for the safety of the land keep us tentatively indecisive. Fear and faith has something in common. Each expects something to happen in the future. We just don't know what it is. What we do know is that what you expect is likely to happen. If you expect it, more than likely it will happen. That's just seems to be the nature of it. If fear is a dominant force in your life, we inadvertently, through unexplained action and events, seem to attract disaster. Everybody knows someone like that. Whatever they do, things just happen. On the other hand, if life is the dominant force, it seems to bring about some good things. because what we expect, we inadvertently work to achieve it. What's what you say? What's what you think? Sometimes all it takes is a word, a phrase, or a thought planted in someone's mind to change his or her whole life. Think of somewhere in your life you've said something to someone that really changed them. It truly pays to watch closely what you know or you think. It is interesting how we talk to ourselves. Just, for example, you go to someone, just people you know, you're like, hey man, what's that? Just holding on. Just another day. Just trying to make it. Or trying to make $1. What about trying to make $1 million, $1 billion? It truly pays to watch closely what you say and how you think. Someone once said, what's your thoughts? They become words. What's your words? They become action. What's your habits? They become your character. He said, what's your character? For it becomes your destiny. Now think of those terms. You see it every day. Research has shown that happy people and unhappy people tend to have very similar experiences in life. The difference is perspective. Unhappy people spend more time thinking about life unpleasant events. We all have members. We know people like that. Things they cannot control. And they become introspective and self-centered in their thinking, and this becomes their life. I've seen it. Happy people, on the other hand, take life events in stride. They have positive worldviews that allow room for disappointment. And if failure come along or look at it another way, positive people don't react to life, they respond to life. Responding is positive. Reaction is negative. Think of the word reactionary. And what image does it bring to mind? It's someone who is a her who is standing with his hand on the hips and heel dug in. Someone in a defensive posture, someone who is ready to strike back. But a responder is one who engages. Let's talk. One who takes the offense. Someone who reach out rather than strike back. Have a set goal in your life. There's only one sure way in life I know of to never reach your goal, and that is to never start. You don't have to, be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Too many people, want to wait until everything is perfect, all obstacles removed before they begin. Even in the most critical activities of life, obstacles are part of the process. Imagine the haters that Noah faced when he was building the ark. Remember, it had never rained. The idea of water falling from the sky, covering the earth, would have seemed crazy to Noah's friends. But he kept on. And so it must, so must you. If you listen to the haters, you will never move from your present position. Improve your life for you and your family. Remember, failure is an event, not a person. Yesterday and last night. Never measure your journey because we all move at different speeds. If the path you follow is God's path for your life, you won't be late or early, but will accomplish exactly what He intended. Whatever you do, don't wait to become an expert before you start. All of us do. You don't have confidence in your ability in some cases. Now there are stages in planning, and there is never a time in the execution of the plan. Follow your dream to the finish line. That you will not experience all these stages. The having faith stage, the execution stage, the obstacle stage, and the giving up stage. Take action. The moment you stop taking action, everything in your plan just come to a squeaking halt. They stop. Even mental reflection is an action. Seek advice is action. Talk to your friends is action. Make sure something is happening all the time toward the accomplishment of your goal. Go to the bookstore, read, business plans, do whatever. Setting goals. There's no end to the kind and number of goals you can set in your life, or in our lives. By setting goals for yourself, you will continue to develop yourself as whatever you want to be able to do. Learn how to overcome obstacles to your goal. These are the things that can derail you, from what you want to do or your goals. You have to inform and prepare to be surprised when obstacles arise. Continue reviewing your goals. When we lose sight of our goals or get obscured by something unexpected, sometimes some things happen emotionally that keep the goal in sight. Literally and emotionally serve to keep us energized. Goals can be ultimately achieved even if we fail the first time. Failure to define your goal carefully result in discouragement. In the achievement of your goal, it's not what others believe you can do. It's what you believe you can do. You plus God equal more than enough. To accomplish your goals, you have to do what you can with what you have and what you know. The more you use what you know, the more effective you will be and the more your confidence will grow. Success breeds success. It increases your confidence and keeps the fire burning. The value of failure. Failure is one of life's greatest teachers. As we've always taught it, as long as you are not crushed by it, as long as you learn from it. There are learners and then there are non-learners. When the learners do something that is not wise and fail, and failure is the result, they don't do it again. They learn a lesson. We all know people who had something of real value but gave up too soon. Yes, there are real obstacles, and we know it. Lack of money, that can be an obstacle. Lack of interest by other people, But these are obstacles that can be overcome, even if the project has to be set aside while you do something, something else to stay alive. As long as the passion is alive, there's hope. When the passion dies, the project usually fails. When you have a dream you believe in with all your heart and soul, you have to stay the course. Sometimes you have to take side trips and other things just to survive, in some cases. One or more might be that to open doors to success. When we were kids, our parents disciplined us. It means that they train us to be reliable and responsible in some cases. Our teachers did the same thing. In the military, you were disciplined for a reason. But when we're adults, we have to discipline ourselves. We have to hold ourselves accountable, set goals. This is the essence of self-discipline. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Some dreams and goals do not work well with a timetable. In most cases, in life, only one finger is on the accomplishment switch. Regarding your goals, as long as you don't flip that switch and say no to yourself, it will stay, and your quest will continue. Remember, success is like wrestling a bear. It's the saying, a bear. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when the bear gets tired. Can you imagine you're tired, so you're going to stop with the bear? Not really. You have to keep going until he decides to get up and maybe want to run or something to that effect. But you don't give up. Follow your dreams. And obstacles is just what it is. An obstacle is something that you can move out of the way. Thank you.